Hi everybody, my name is Lucas. I'm one of the keepers that work with the Primate Team Leader. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the diets that we give to the great apes, the orangutans and the chimps. So the aim when we look at our zoo diets is to replicate as much as possible what these guys would get in the wild. We want them to have wild type behaviours related to the food that they eat, and we also want them to stay as healthy as possible, both physically and mentally. So the main components of the diet is vegetables, fresh produce, and we do get a lot of variety for them, and they get different stuff every day. As an example of some of the stuff that we use, we try to give them a mix of leafy vegetables, so they got some Chinese leaf today, some watery vegetables, so things like beans, tomatoes, peppers, and they also get root vegetables like beetroot, we've got some swede and some celeriac today as well. Chimps and orangutans are very closely related to us, and they do get a lot of health problems that are similar to us if they have the wrong diet. Zoo animals tend to be a bit more sedentary, a lot less active than they would be in the wild, so they do get overweight quite easily, and that can link to issues like heart disease and to diabetes. And if we do give them a fruit-based diet, they're much more likely to get those issues and have diabetes and heart issues. We also feed them something called pellets in zoos. So at the moment we have MP pellet, so these are primate pellets, and these, like I say, they've got all the vitamins and minerals that they need. If we don't give them the right vitamins and minerals, especially when they're growing or when they're pregnant or lactating, they do get issues related to that. One of the common ones is a lack of vitamin D can give them issues such as rickets, just like humans can get. So we do try and avoid that by giving them pellets which cover us to make sure they get all the vitamins and minerals they need. We do give them scatter feeds quite a lot, which is where we spread food around the enclosure. And when we do that, one of the things we use are some lentils. So if we take lentils, we soak them overnight and we sprout them. They're quite small, they spend a lot of time foraging for them, but they're full of good fats and vitamins and protein as well. Chimpanzees do go hunting for meat in the wild, but we don't actually give them meat in the zoo. They don't need animal protein in the zoo. They get a lot of protein from their pellet, from pulses, but they do get eggs every so often, and that's a nice treat for them. Everybody gets really excited about having eggs. And I say they don't get any meat from us, but they do sometimes go hunting for their own meat in the enclosure, so the chimps do enjoy a bit of a communal hunt in that way. They get nuts and seeds, so in the wild they eat nuts and seeds quite a lot, so they get a nice mix. So we have almonds, pecans, hazelnuts and walnuts as well. And these are really good to use for their enrichment when we make them work for their food. So we can put food into their puzzle feeders and they have to use sticks to get the food out of it. And something like this is great for that because they'll work really hard for it. It's also good when we do a positive reinforcement training. So if you've seen a previous video that one of my colleagues did, it showed the training these guys. So nuts are really, really good for that because they'll work really hard for it and they get really excited and they want to take part in it. Something that we tried to up a game with recently, and which you might not really associate with diets for these guys, are leaves and flowers. And when we have leaves that we feed to these guys, we call it browse, and they're allowed to eat a lot of different species that we find in the UK. Willow tends to be a favourite, but I've got some sycamore here, and they do like things like hazel and hawthorn as well. And these are really good at keeping them busy for a long time, but being low in calories. So when we don't want them to get overweight, this is really good, high fibre, it lets them do lots of natural behaviours. The chimpanzees do something called wadging, where they get a lot of leaves in their mouth and a lot of sort of vegetable matter, and they chew it and suck all the juices out of it, and they love to do that with browse. And then flowers, you might not know, but there's lots of edible flowers that we grow in our garden. So the chimpanzee house and the orangutan house, they both have flower beds, and we grow our own flowers for these guys. The keepers really get into it, and stuff like pansies like I've got here, they're really, really good. But there's also lots of flowers that are grown around the zoo or in the neighbouring areas that we pick for these guys, and they love a flower. And stuff like flowers and leaves, it allows us to give them a really much greater diversity in the types of food that we're giving to them, lots of different flavours, textures and colours. So we do try and get them wherever possible. So something that I would like to mention, which is related to diets, is how we present the diet. So in the wild, they spend a lot of time foraging, and both chimpanzees and orangutans are what we call extractive foragers. And that's where they extract the juicy parts out of difficult situations. So fruit might be covered in a really hard shell or a rind, or if they go fishing for insects with sticks, they have to use tools to get it. So they extract food in the wild from different situations. And we do try to encourage them to forage just like they would in the wild in the zoo. And like I say, one of the ways that we do that is through something called enrichment. Thank you very much for watching this video and learning about the diet that we give to our chimpanzees and orangutans, and learning a bit more about how we present it to them. Hopefully next time you visit the zoo, you'll see these guys using their enrichment like I've mentioned, and you'll enjoy seeing them eating the lovely diet that we prepare for them.